Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. Are you guys ready for another round of tournaments? Because that is what we are getting into. It just started the next season for the Lord's tournaments. You know, if you've been with my channel for a little bit, you know that I do a lot of those because, man, they're some of the best battles you ever see, in my opinion, because usually most of the clans are pretty experienced players who've been playing for quite some time. They know the cores, they know the army's ins and outs, stats, maps. It makes for some amazing plays, and of course, today we have the Templars facing off against the RC clan. Now, the Templars, I believe, are playing as the Imperials, and the RC playing as the Coalition, with some substitutes, I believe, on the Templar side at least. I think it's an H&R in there. But man, I was trying to maybe give an intro before the battle starts, but Prussia's already pushing here on the French on the 9-point MacDonald. I do believe these are the 1814 corps for France and for the Coalition. I don't have all the names of the generals. It's a lie, actually. I do have the names. I'm just not gonna try butchering some of them. For the most part, I think I got most of French names down, but this other side, I don't know, man. I mean, you have Blucher, Bianci, maybe, Austin Saken, maybe, and then it's like Reed, something like that. But I'm gonna post the generals' names. I don't have the points for them either. My goodness, it's starting too fast. What is going on with you guys? You guys are just popping off the battle immediately. This is on the I'm getting ahead of myself. Lyon, I believe, is the name of the map, and the French have a Mortier, MacDonald, Sol, and Eugene. And you can see all of the French minus one army, who I believe is Mortier, is formed up here against this Russian, Austrian, Prussian coalition. You can see Russia already getting very aggressive here on Sol's core. Skirmishers in the forest trying to hold them off. They're trying to reform here, as that's another army being thrown into the left flank of the French. Prussia, like I said, Blucher in the center. I believe there was some Prussian guard that is in the house right now. This Prussian guard, or Prussian grenadiers, I believe it's guard though, attacking, trying to take this LOC. France kind of taking a step back here. Now we do have a MacDonald. He is pushing up on maybe the flank, trying to put some pressure on the Prussian army. Prussia obviously does not want to overcommit here and take heavy losses. They have taken this other LOC, and of course they do have to worry about the Mortier, but they does look like they do finally take it. Artillery up on the high ground. That's an excellent position for Prussia. They can hold it. They have high ground to fall back to. Real fighting though still happening over here, where Russia, and they're really pushing here. Now, of course, more French now sold in the side here. He has a river to help defend, a bridge. He has artillery set up. It's going to make Russia maybe stop, give pause maybe for a second before making a commitment to this attack. France seems to have, I mean, even though they just started this battle, they seem to have a nice deployment of forces here. I'm very interested to see what Bavaria is going to do with Mortier. What Mortier's planning on doing here. Oh, look at those chasseurs. Some very, very nice uniforms. I'll tell you what, my wife definitely would have married me if I walked in dressed like, actually more to the point, she would have definitely married me if I walked in dressed like one of these guys. I'm just kidding. I think she would probably laughed and thought it was funny, but she probably wouldn't have done anything. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Looks like we have some cavalry that went for those skirmishers in the forest. Some Prussian hussars. Yeah, it looks like it was a bit of a bust for them, as there was some line infantry holding, although Russia is maybe using this to push up and get very aggressive here, taking this small clump of trees, sending in the line infantry, light infantry actually, with some lines of infantry as well. Ooh, it's getting all foggy and cloudy. Look at that. It's just hard to even see what's going on. France may call it quits on holding this clump of trees, at least for the time being. Yeah, his forces are getting thrown back He has a reserve line that can be deployed in reserves behind that, plus their artillery. I think they'll be fine. Still, Bavaria holding off. Mortier still advancing. This could be a very crucial point in the battle. Whoever wins will be able to deploy on a flank or in the rear.
Fallen to the enemy.
Either way, as of right now, guys, I am pretty sure the coalition hold the majority of the LOCs, and which means France is going to have to be aggressive. They do have an LOC here. They can garrison the walls, try to hold back, get some shelter. I do see some cavalry. Was maybe try to go for those guns. France was definitely waiting. Had some Italian dragoons ready to meet them in Austria. Used it as kind of juke, like a psych. We actually are going for your guns. You thought not. We'll see if they save them. I think the dragoons were definitely still there. Still gonna be a bust for those hussars. Beautiful map. My goodness. Some of these maps are just gorgeous. Look at the Prussians all ranged up. One of my favorite coalition armies. Prussians. Let's see a volley. Come on, Prussia. Don't disappoint. There we go. Nice. Let's see. I saw Russia push across the river here. Ooh. They're definitely pushing aggressively on the right flank here, having also pushed up, taking this grove of trees, which would have hampered the Prussian advance and their advance. Now, of course, let's not forget Bavaria and France and Mortier fighting here. Looks like still nothing. I'll keep checking back here. Keep my eye on the mini-map for that. We do have MacDonald. He is still kind of extended his line. Maybe he will have to pull that far flank in, as this fight seems to be definitely kicking off, and it's about to kick off here. I do see a huge shift in cavalry. MacDonald has sent the majority of his cav. My gosh. All cav. All his cavalry is going over towards Russia. All these dragoons, and that is going to be a bad day for Russia if they don't have squares, which they usually, traditionally won't. And they have a lot of troops across the river. That's always a risk, guys. Having troops and not being able to run across the river very easily, because you'll get caught on the river. We do have Russian cavalry trying to pressure Sol flank. Now MacDonald is rushing in, help save face here so they can control the left flank and not let it crash in on itself. Prussia and now Austria pushing in here. MacDonald is pulling that flank in. Just want to take a peek here real fast because I think things are happening. Oh, I'm so good. Oh my gosh, how did I know? Beautiful charge by the Grenadier Cheval. Excellent. Just smashed through the first Prussian line. Dragoons on the flank as well, the Imperatrice. And Bavaria's already in trouble. Cavalry starting to break. I'm gonna swing back and pivot back to this Russian engagement here. MacDonald coming up just in time, counterattacking, but looks like Austria is gonna throw in some cavalry as well. France may lose a cav unit here. Their Chasseur Cheval, nice cav reserve though. Russia are still really pushing. Oh man, this is why I love planned battles. Look at this, like everybody's fighting so well. No one's making some huge blunders yet. France is starting to fold a little bit here. He's able to pull back, maybe defend this clump of trees. More cavalry being shuffled. The center is just a brutal aligned fight. Now let's go check back on Bavaria. I missed it again, didn't I? Well, I think we know what happened here. It's a lot of cavalry, some very excellent cavalry from France that seems to just be rolling over Bavaria. Infantry over here, some very excellent quality troops from France just bullying their way through. And look at these guys. These guys have such drippy uniforms. I would run just staring at them.
Our general is under attack.
I don't know if that's true, but Excellent job by France. They are totally changing the course of this battle, at least late game battle, by winning so decisively against Bavaria. We are seeing more Austrians now pushing with the change in fortunes against Bavaria over here. The coalition is going to start putting a ton of pressure on this French line, and definitely it is very weak. It is a very weak line. We are just 10 minutes into this battle, guys, and already it's been insanely spicy, insanely beautiful. MacDonald trying to hold off the cavalry and let Soul's corps pull back as best they can, sending in more cavalry. You can see, though, actually, he has created distance between himself and Russia. Pulling back, and he can pull back even more and use this LOC to kind of pivot, as it were. Hold here, keep pulling back. They can use the river as a far extreme left flank. The coalition need to get way more aggressive over here. There's not a whole lot of French forces facing them, and the cavalry is all over here fighting off Russia. I'm probably not gonna go to the Bavaria, or the Bavaria. They're losing that fight. I mean, I'll swing in just a second here. I just don't want to lose any of the action happening here with Russia. Russia's doing an excellent push. They are doing very well. They are really pressuring this French army. You can see they're going to push into this tree line. Beautiful job, I might say so. And here we go. There's the pressure that's needed. MacDonald is pulling more and more troops back towards their center. Over here, Bavaria actually, no, that's actually not bad. They have reformed. They don't have, I mean, how big is their army? How big was it? Oh yeah, 1563. They didn't have an insanely small army. So in Mortier had 1232. So actually Bavaria outnumbers them, but the quality is significantly different. And I do believe Bavaria still holds LOC. So still not decisive here. They won the initial engagement, did a very good job of winning that engagement. Back over here, we're seeing Austria. At least I hope it's Austria. I believe it's Austria, yeah. Really pushing, putting a lot of pressure here. Right here, cavalry. I do. Going for more guns. I don't think they're going to break them, as that Chasseur Cheval stopped them. Austria is walking into the kill box, though. They need some reinforcements here. Russia needs to push up and be aggressive too, and it does look like they are going for this LOC. See, yep, just like I said, France can pull back across this river, hold the town, make that kind of the pivot point of each flank. They can angle it as far back as needed. Obviously, at a certain point, if it's too much like a V, it's going to be very easy for the coalition to attack. Buckle them down. We have some Chevaliers here from Austria, just waiting to be sent in. And I do believe we're going to see them. They were waiting on the volley from France, so they wasn't a punishing volley. No squares from France. Beautiful charge by the coalition. Now some cavalry is going to rush forward from MacDonald to try to reinforce this line. That's going to help Austria out as this flank now... Ooh, they broke that Chevalier. Oh, looks like Prussia sent in some of the... Oh, these are the totem clumps. Please tell me these are totem clumps. It would be amazing if it was. Love that Hussar unit. Beautiful, beautiful unit. Looks like Mortier's kind of slowing down here, but we do see... Austria really charging up here, gearing up for a swinging melee. MacDonald has some reserves. Eugen has reserves as well. There's a lot of troops here. This Austrian army has 2,000 men in it. Only one that is larger on both sides than them is Prussia, who is their ally, with 2,700 men. Here we go. Russia still keeping that steady pressure. Well done to them. Not letting up. This may come down to LOCs. This may be an LOC victory or loss for either side. So beautiful still. Looks like it's like supposed to be fall time. You know, just before it gets really cold. One last campaign battle before, you know, both sides go into winter. Seoul has some troops on this side as well. Getting really battered though. Austria's pushing up more reserves. France is definitely outnumbered. They have this one gun trying to do its best to even the odds. Do we have more tier pushing forward here? Maybe he's going for the LOC.
We have taken the building,
this is a good position. Look at that. They have line here, line above. They take this LOC. Beautifully done. Russia has peeled troops off. Interesting decision. I feel like Prussia should have still stayed over here and focused on the main bulk of the French, who are very close. If the coalition can get one more big pack of punch in, France may be dead. I mean, I guess they still have reserves, so they may not need to. I just can't see the entirety of the coalition line. There's probably plenty of reserves here. Look at all that. Of course, if the coalition keeps shuttling troops in and out, they can wear down the French and make this a huge win. Both sides have cavs staring each other down. McDonald's cav is definitely depleted a little bit. And they're going to eventually lose this line fight if Russia keeps cycling troops in and out. Fresh reserves from Austria. Look at that. He's pulling these troops up, putting fresh troops on the line. There's some Landwehr here, ready to go in. France is going on the offensive, though. MacDonald rushing in. He has some dragoons as well. Not letting Austria pull all of his troops out and rest him up.
Our men are running.
Beautifully done. Excellent charge here. Not letting up on the pressure. And, oh wow. It's starting to trickle down effect here. More cavalry being pushed up. Infantry here from Eugen. At the same time, Seoul's breaking a little bit. Infantry even going in for his line. I believe they lost the LOC as well. Yeah, this left flank is a rough one. France now going to cut their losses a little bit, pull back as best they can. I mean, this assault is going very well for them. Cav on cav action here. Oh, we have cavalry in the back, though. Look at this. Look at this. A Blucher may be just killed here. Oh my gosh, he's going to kill Blucher. There he is. Oh my gosh, they just massacred Blucher. And that's going to cause the morale to just waver here. I'm seeing a huge break. That offensive for France saved the day. And look how the center of the coalition just folded. You can even see the melee from France is just causing so much wavering. Cavalry charging the back lines, causing this Landwehr to just buckle. My gosh. And now they can consolidate. Russia may be able to push, but it's going to be too little too late as Bavaria's pulling back into the town. That way the French cavalry can't really wreak havoc on them. And a huge win, guys, for the Templars so far. More cavalry just going in as the morale of the coalition is already threadbare. Oof. Now, of course, course, coalition still have a very good flank with the Austrian cavalry in unison with the Russian infantry.
To the enemy.
If it comes down to it, each one's worth 1 point. I see a lot more of the French LSCs held. France could definitely counterattack and take this LSC back. I think they're just going to worry about Russia right now. And then they have tons of time, guys. Battle's been going for 20 minutes. Huge cav fight. Oh, yes. Here it is for the final decisive win. Oh, my gosh. Coalition just rolled back this French. MacDonald definitely took some losses there. I think he was outnumbered a little bit. Maybe he can break one of this Austrian cav. Oh, Austria's going to the offensive again. I think he's pulling back, actually. Still, now the only line the coalition have is kind of a little bit over here, although, yeah, kind of strings along here, and then they have another line over here. Prussia in the mix as well. They have artillery with their infantry and some cavalry. But they only have this LSC, the LSC up here, which is 1. And they have this one, which is 2. And they have 3 versus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Uh-oh. Are they gonna fire in time? Nope. Oh, well, it didn't matter. Well, I guess they mutually agreed to both retire. The fighting is definitely dispersing throughout the field now. We're going to shell this building, I'm sure. Weaken it up so they can attack it. Over here. Russia holds a couple LLCs. This is a very, very good position for Bavaria. Could you imagine if this mortier was over here with their heavy cav, even if Bavaria was there as well? I feel like it still would have changed a whole lot on the field. The fighting's so scattered at this point. Bits and units and contingents of forces here and everywhere. What are these guys doing? Oh, they're LLCs up here. Honestly, the French, if you look at the mini-map here, guys, it's kind of interesting. There's a line here and a line here, and the French are kind of in between them both. Now, I doubt that both these coalition lines are very strong. Still, you know, it's kind of interesting how they punched through right here, and it split the line in two. Literally, the line got split in two right here. You see where their punch went through. Like, boom! And then it went this way, all the way to here. And it split the Prussians that way, the Russians and some of the Prussians and Austrians this way. Very successful attack. I'm not sure if there's going to be a whole lot of fighting at this point. Maybe just scattered fighting. I don't know. I may skip ahead if nothing happens because, like I said, the French are just kind of pushing. The coalition's kind of waiting. If anything, I'll just skip to where the fighting begins again, or the maneuvering. Although I do think I hear cavalry. Mortier's guard is getting focused. Oh no. Totem Clump's getting some.
Our men are running.
Yeah, it does look like coalition just setting up around their LOCs and just biding their time and waiting. Mortier's getting some with his cavalry at least. Harassing. I think they're trying to break down this Prussia so he can't come back. Make sure they have no force to really fight with anything. The French cav has been insanely crucial for this battle. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Artillery can only live so long. And actually, while I'm saying that, the Russians are pushing back across here as France is pretty done up. Looks like Soult is trying to dance around the square to keep himself safe. Oh man, actually they got a shot off. If Austria's cavalry's exhausted, they are not going to win this. Poor Soult, he's getting surrounded here. Russia's probably gonna finish him. What a brave last stand it will be. There he is. He has defended the left flank as valiantly as possible. Well, that's the end of his corps. Still, the French do seem very strong, but they're kind of stuck here, which is kind of intriguing. It's like, okay, you know, what's going to happen? Oh, wow. Oh, Grenadier Cheval got another nice charge off. Uh-oh. Prussia's unfortunately not going to make this. Is Prussia going to attack here? Because it's kind of weird. I was all, like, you know, fast, furious, awesome, and then it just kind of died out, but we may have another big fight on our hands now. I'm sure the French have cavalry still. Hopefully they're resting it up, because they're probably going to need it. The coalition have kind of united once again, and it's going to be up to MacDonald and Eugene to hold this line. There we go. He's sending his cavalry back. All this cav that was running around needs to come back and defend their lines. Oh, let's see if they form a square. Beautiful. Damn, they're like a stone wall.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I feel like Mortier could send his Grenadier Cheval back over here and really help out. He could get a nice charge on Prussia. Even Austria or even Bavaria's over here. Honestly, I mean, the Templars could technically still lose this if they lose the next 10 minutes. At least this main bulk of this army right here, they could lose that and then lose all the LOCs they've been trying to secure. So, I mean, MacDonald still got some forces over here. I don't know if he's trying to go for LOC. Looks like his cavalry's slicing up some poor Prussians. These infantry are gonna attack the LOC now. I know it's probably not the most interesting thing anymore, guys. Just rolling around trying to find something. But I guess, like I said, this fight's starting to go again. The best Prussians. We have an Austrian cavalry charge. Oh, and no mistakes there. Oh, a big old French cav charge against the Russian line. And oh boy, I don't think Russia was expecting that. Now I think France may lose, Mortier may lose their dragoons. Maybe that was a waste. They're going to second it up with some more dragoons. Oh no, I think he inspired. Here we go, infantry following it up. I think he's totally committing here, and wow. What a big play there. Breaking the Russian flank. Easing up and then throwing in all this cavalry. Man, like I said, again, the French cav strikes again. It just brutalizes the enemy. I would hate to be on the coalition side. That would suck. I mean, you don't have squares and this cavalry is just insane. I thought it was going to break. It's like it doesn't even matter, you know? Surely it breaks now, right? No, it's not going to break. Infantry going to follow this up, start charging the flank of the Prussian line. You've got to be kidding me. They don't break. This cavalry just broke almost single-handedly. Of course, they had more help from MacDonald's cav as well. Look at all the troops they broke. And now the trickle-down effect starts.
Our men are running for
Over here, Bavaria getting a wicked flank, but France able to throw up some troops to defend that flank. Russians are about to get shot. Yeah, they're gonna die. They held off so well. Brave Prussians. About time for the Prussian line to reform. Square.
Yes, sir.
There's no way they don't form a square. Once again, the cavalry breaking up this coalition. I'm hit the fast forward button here. So yeah, so Russia does appear to still be by this LOC. We'll see if France has to deal with them. Prussia.
Our men are running, sir.
Actually, we gotta play again because Prussia and Russia seem to be closing in as Austria is in melee. They may finally cross bayonets with each other. And this is not as interesting as the main fight, but it's still actually interesting and crucial, you guys, to the winning. And keep in mind, this is a tournament, so it's not just a regular casual game. I mean, obviously, the tournament, the only win you get at the very end of it is being the one who says they're the top player. So, you know, not like it's like, oh man, they're playing for money or something. But still, you know, there's some respect that comes with, you know, play tournament being good or playing well. So the stakes do get a little higher, which is why, you know, everybody's not just throwing away their army willy-nilly. You know, they're kind of actually trying to still win, and both sides still have a chance to win. Officer here, look at him. Russian officer. Oh, he fell. There he goes. He picks himself back up. Some sappers join the fray here. I think Russia breaks. Now we have the counter attack against the Prussians. Another Bavarian line gets stuck, and the cavalry's just going to constantly charge. They form a square, they're going to die. Either way, though, I'm going to hit the fast forward button at this point. It may come down to a timer. It may come down to who has the most LOC points at this point. That will be the logical conclusion here. And it does look like, I'm not sure if France has the resources, men, or stamina of their troops to be able to attack LOC, especially with such good Prussian units. Where are they? They're right here. And I believe there's another one.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
All right. Yeah, and then another LOC. Like I said, it's going to come down to a counting game, I suspect, at this point. Unless one side engages over the other, I will skip to the end just so we can see the LOC points. Because counting here, that's 1, 2,
the men are fatigued, sir,
3,
and must rest a while.
4 versus 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe. 3, 4. Yeah. 4 versus 5. So, man, it's just a difference of one LOC for the coalition. If they can take one more LOC, or if the Imperials take this LOC, then it's, I mean, they're already going to win. So the French don't need to. The coalition need to make a move on something. But the moment they make a move, I'm sure the French are just going to follow it up and take another LOC. So yeah, that's a tough one. Definitely a tough one here. I feel like if they're losing though, might as well take a risk, right? Take a risk and try to grab an LOC from somewhere. But don't know if that's gonna matter here. I think the French are still trying to put some pressure on this one. If they put pressure on this one for 11 minutes. If they take one more, then it's definite nail in the coffin. Ooh, I'm hoping the Grenadier Cheval gets some plays here still. I want to see them come in and just wreck this Prussian line. I would love to see that happen. They are trying to at least 70, I'd say probably 75% this building, which is going to cause a lot of loss of life, as you can see. I mean, some of this was from the hand-to-hand combat. I missed. There were Swiss Grenadiers in here and I missed it? Oh, now I'm really upset. They killed the Swiss Grenadiers. Cav on cav, some Lancers taking on Chasseur Cheval, and the Lancers get a nice charge bonus, and they were able to break that unit. Oh, we have them going for the LOC here. Some Sappers, the best unit to go in for it. Look at them. Making their move. Come on, Grenadier Cheval. Get over here. I was recently researching about the Grenadier Cheval, or Ledoux, as they are called. Man, they were a feared unit on the field. I mean, the stuff they did sometimes. Still, I'm reading more. I just had started, then I was like, I gotta record. Like, it reminded me of NTW3. Some interesting stuff, interesting articles online. You can get anything online. You know. Still, very interesting. Oh no, looks like more cavalry fighting off some Lancers again, but I do believe finally France may break this Prussian Lancer unit. Not sure if France can take the heat from this LOC. And like I said, it's nothing else is gonna really happen, I suspect. Besides maybe Ledoux getting some action here. Yes, one final charge. Come on, you gotta send him in one more time. You know you have to. These poor Austrians about to feel the wrath of... Oof. The artillery, though... Uh-oh. They may can't... Oh, there we go. It's all over for them now. There we go. Let's see them. Let's see them carry on. Howitzers blasting it as well. Beautifully done. Oh my gosh, this is going to fracture the morale. This is going to fracture the morale of Prussia. France may be able to actually go for this LOC again. Is this a general here, or... Oh, it's a general unit. Skirmishers, general staff unit. Alright, 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. We have an assault being made, it looks like, by Bavaria. This is, I mean, honestly, this is what they should be doing. They should be trying to at least take one more. It's all or nothing. They're losing if they don't take one, so they can afford to take risks. I don't think that they have enough, though. We have some very good units helping with the defense. Maybe not, you know, maybe Bavaria takes this.
Our men are running, sir.
Ooh, they broke those. That first French unit. What's left in here? Oh. That is a very not good sign. It may come down to taking this, especially if they lose that. Oh, what do they take? Oh, they did take it. Oh, man. Bavaria is going to probably take this one, but it's going to be too late. Let's just hit the fast forward button because the only fighting left is over here. But I think... yeah.
Are running, sir.
They took it, but it's too late. Now they can rush for some other LOCs. Look at this artillery piece. Yeah, they don't have time to march towards the end. There's 4 minutes remaining. They could try marching for something. They could try going for this one. They have some very good units over here. Don't think it's going to happen. I may just skip to the end at this point. Oh, they took this one too. All right, well, they have, you know, plenty. They have 6 now, so they definitely are sealing the nail in the coffin, and they're going for number 7 with Russia over here. So I'm going to skip to the end, guys. Unless something changes, I'm just going to skip to the end of the results so we can see the results of this battle. All right, guys, so a victory for the Templar clan. Well played on both sides, but GG's to the Templars. We have here the Mortier, you had the Ledoux, and you can see, man, both of these cavalry got some insane experience. They lost men, but man, they killed a lot. In fact, all the cavalry got the most kills out of his army, just showing how effective they were in this fight. But let's pull up the results here so you can see. On the Templar side, you have Valentin playing as Mortier. He got 1778. Burr playing as Eugen. He had 972. Grouchy playing as, who was he? Sol. And then Tech playing as McDonald. And they got 1055 and 1760 respectively. And then on the other side, TT Ross as Austria with 1029. Al as Prussia with 1143. Young as the Bavaria with 575. And Bring Back Militia playing as Russia with 1022. So, quite honestly, respectable kills on both sides. I mean, very respectable kills, I would say. I'd be happy, you know, with any of these armies, even Bavaria, because they got rolled pretty quickly, unfortunately, by heavy cav. There was nothing they could have. I mean, besides trying to run away way earlier, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know, they happen upon you. The best you can do. They played a very crucial point, even taking LOCs, holding the LOCs in the town. They stopped for the most part. Mortier collapsing in on the rear, which would have made it a terrible defeat. Probably a lot sooner for the coalition, so I think he still played his part very well. And well played to all of them. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, appreciate the support you guys give the channel. If you're not a subscribed Kingsman on the channel and you'd like to support the channel, hit the subscribe button. And if, you know, because I don't post every day, hitting the bell for notifications, it probably won't spam you because I don't post all the time, unfortunately, you know. Things are starting to really get busy here. It's almost spring. It's basically spring, so I'm doing all this gardening, prepping my yard for planting stuff, and also I got a lot of training and work, kids, family, all that stuff, so I don't post all the time. So notification bell, really good way to know when I do post, which I do try to post as frequently as possible. But yeah, anyway, that'll be it, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.